Hello everyone, thanks so much for tuning into Sims Workshop. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. So, today we're going to be reviewing Everyone's Thinking It. This was a really interesting read for me. It's not something I would normally pick up. It was sent to me as an ARC from a publisher, so thank you again to the publisher. Huge shout out to them. But it's not a novel that I typically would have picked out for myself. I am glad I read it though. The mystery in it is really, so I like murder mysteries when it comes to young adult or horror kind of mysteries. This one is more contemporary in the sense that it's dealing with a school scandal. So you have two cousins, they are Nigerian, and it is Kitan and I can't even read my notes. I read Kitan's name and Liane. Man, I hate when I can't read my own handwriting. But you have your two cousins. Now, they are Nigerian born and they go to a privileged 90% white, upper class, rich, private school, right? Now, they used to be very close, but Kitan has kind of assimilated herself. So she's in with the popular crowd now, and even though she's in band, she's in with the popular crowd, including the very rich white girl who likes to appropriate other people's cultures, and she sees nothing wrong with it at all. She likes pretending she's another race so that she can get modeling gigs and become an online influencer. I mean, she's toxic, but she is white and privileged, so she thinks nothing can touch her. And I think it's Iyane, Kitan's cousin, we'll just go with that. Kitan's cousin, she just doesn't deal with that shit. She's like, why are you friends with these people? And that's like, well, they offer me protection. Protection from what? The color of your skin does affect how you are viewed. I tell people I'm Mexican all the time, and I think for a lot of people, when you say, oh, I'm Mexican, they're like, really? You're Mexican? Yeah, I'm like a full-blooded Mexican woman here. My poor husband, because he has to deal with my crazy Latinas, but then I speak Spanish. I'm like, oh, you are Mexican. And I'll be like, yeah, so I'm mala mexicana, because I don't really speak it, but I'm still a Mexican woman. And I think people have it in their ideas, what a Mexican person is, and they think darker skin, they think sombrero, they think that, cliches. So, the color of your skin matters to how society views you. So for Kitan, assimilating herself with the white crowd, having her hair pinned straight, it just allows her to blend in, even though she does have a darker skin color, and she's afforded that protection by kind of just going with the flow and not rocking the boat. Whereas her cousin, she's got her fro, she loves her fro, and she's the school photographer, and she doesn't play with that shit. And I understand Kitan, and I don't disrespect her for it, and I understand that fear, like the color of my skin is going to affect whether or not I get positions. That's her mindset, and I get that. I respect that. And it sucks that we're kind of, it's 2025. It kind of sucks that we're still in that mentality of we have to watch how we act because, some of us are darker than others. The moment I say Mexican, they're like, oh, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not as white as you thought I was. And then you kind of see a shift and change there, and it's like, So, I kind of get it. But, you know, it's harsher the darker your skin color gets. So I understand where Katan's coming from. But I really respect her cousin for, like, not holding, like, the shit. She's not dealing with this shit. She's like, I'm gonna be me. And I, you know, like, fuck you if you can't deal with that. And fuck you if you can't respect me for my work. Because she's a great photographer. Turns out there were some pictures. Not, like, super illicit, inappropriate pictures. Just pictures spread. And on each picture, there was a secret written on the back. And everyone thinks it's her. And she's like, I did not do this. Like, yeah, I don't hold, you know, take your shit, but I wouldn't go this far. It's like, you've made your bed and karma will come back at you. I don't need to do anything. And that's another reason why I like her a lot. So her and her cousin kind of team up together to solve, because her cousin was affected by one of the pictures. There was a secret about involving her, not about her, but involving her, that has kind of really hurt her emotionally and mentally. So they are uncovering a lot more than what's on these photos. And I think that that was really interesting for the story. And I really enjoyed that aspect of the story. I loved that ending because Miss Popular Rich Girl, she gets hers. Spoiler alert, the influencers she was partnered with, the modeling contract she had, everyone who thought she was exotic, they all drop her because she lied. She misrepresented herself as something she is not. So Katana and her cousin are the ones who really unmask all of that. And I say thank you. Just thank you. So it really does have a satisfying ending. And I like that Katana's really like kind of accepting, I guess is the best word I can think of. She's accepting the color of her skin. And she's accepting that she doesn't need protection, that she can be like her cousin, but in a different way. There are other ways to fight battles than with words than being snarky. There are other ways to be you without sacrificing your integrity. And I think even her cousin, she thinks, you know what, maybe I don't have to be this abrasive all the time, you know. And I like that they reform their camaraderie, they reform their family bond, and they learn to respect each other a little bit more, because they didn't respect each other much throughout the novel. But then they see the other person's perspective, like, okay, I see where you're coming from. Let's attack the problem this way together. Let's make our voices ring out this way together, you know, without hurting themselves in the process. And I think that's really empowering. There are lots of ways to fight battles. Sometimes you have to be abrasive. Sometimes I'm abrasive at work, especially when it comes to creepy guys and who think the way I dress is an invitation to, you know, verbally make me uncomfortable. And it's like, the way I dress is not for you. The way I dress is for me. And the way I dress is no invitation. And so I'm curt and I'm abrasive. And then there are other ways where I kind of just don't attack the problem at all, and I just walk away. There are a lot of ways to handle different situations. And I like that this cousins, I almost call them sisters because they do seem like sisters sometimes, the cousins reevaluate how they can attack a problem and see the other person's perspective and see, oh, okay, you know, maybe I can attack the problem your way by doing it this way. That way we can move forward and achieve our goal. So it was a really good read. It was lots of commentary, you know, on classism, on racism, on cultural appropriation. And I liked it for all of those reasons. And I think it was a really interesting read, and I really do highly recommend it. It does have a nice mystery aspect to it as they're trying to form as they form this bond to unravel the mystery of, like, who released these photos with all these secrets. I did not see the suspect coming out. I did not see that coming. Not even on my list of suspects. Not even on the list there. So, yeah, really nice twist at the end. I love how Rich Girl gets hers, and honestly, I like the acceptance and respect that comes out of it as well. So, really good read. Thank you, publisher, once again for giving it to me. On that note, I will include all the details on the book and where you can get it in the description. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with all your book loving friends. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and as always, happy reading.